Artists know all about it, and they're going to take full advantage, or try to. You might be confused on what to do, but we brought in financial expert John Amatulli to make sure you know what not to do. So, John, how are these scammers taking advantage or hoping to take advantage of Obamacare?
Well, first things first, Corey, is Americans are so confused about the Affordable Care Act and how it affects them, and unfortunately it's created a great opportunity for these scammers, scam artists, to take advantage of consumers. And the National Consumers League has reported that consumers have contacted them via email, and scammers have tried to get a hold of people via email, fax, even showing up to people's homes, telling them that they need to enroll in this Obamacare Affordable Care Act. Otherwise, there'll be serious penalties that they will receive. And they're using words like it's the law, or the government now requires it, and they're asking people for their bank account numbers and Social Security numbers, and that's just something people don't want to give over the phone.
Absolutely. So we have a list of the kind of scams that are out there. You mentioned some of them, like fake insurance cards are one, right?
Yeah, fake insurance cards. Consumers will be contacted by these scam artists saying that they need to get a new ID card, and if they don't get a new ID card, that their coverages will not be covered, the doctors won't see them, or they'll face serious penalties. The truth is that new ID cards are not necessary, and consumers should not be giving confidential information over the phone.
All right, we see the list here, including new Medicare cards, fee for advice, for example. That's not going to fly, right?
Yeah, fee for advice. There are legitimate government specialists that can contact consumers that are called navigators, who are specially trained, legitimate people from the government, that will tell people what their options are, but they are not allowed to charge a fee.
Okay, let's take a look at an example of a fake email. I think we have one here to take a peek at, right, John?
Yes.
What are we seeing here?
You could see something like government, state of California.
It sort of looks official, right?
It looks official. They all look official, but the only legitimate site for the Affordable Care Act, in fact, it can even be accessed through my website, AmatulliFinancialServices.com, and there's a link direct there to take you to the official website for the Affordable Care Act, healthcare.gov. That's the only legitimate site out there today.
And that's an example of the site right there, right? As it appears?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly. So if you really have, and that's part of the problem, is that a lot of this information hasn't been revealed yet to us, so therefore people are so much more vulnerable, I would think, to people like this, right? Yeah,
they're so vulnerable, and especially seniors out there, who is the #1 prey for these scammers. Seniors need to know that, especially if they're on Medicare now, this October 1st date that everyone's speaking of, seniors don't need to do anything. They're already enrolled in the program, and they don't need to do anything. The Affordable Care Act with the new state insurance exchange is for people that pay for their own insurance, healthcare insurance, or for people that are uninsured. So people currently on Medicare don't need to worry about the October 1st date.
All right, John, we could talk about this for hours on end, but thanks for shedding a little light about what to be wary of.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Corey.
you coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.